It's not until I look at the camera that I realise how ridiculous this hat is. To care, should I care? To care would be to care what others think, right? Because it still works, it's still practical, it still serves the exact same purpose that it was bought for. But there is a little part of me even that's like, oh my god, that's embarrassing is way too strong a word. I don't do embarrassment, but it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous, but it still works. So we're going with it. I think it's got years of life in it. Yorkshire, Yorkshire, Yorkshire. We're not here to talk about the sombrero. We're here to talk about morning dread, the morning fear. So I'm sure most of you will resonate with this. You wake up, you know, you've been in dream state all night, you've been shagging your ideal partner, you've been doing whatever. And I find, I don't really remember many of my dreams, but I'm pretty sure they're all really great, as in like really good fun. God, this is ridiculous. And so you wake up in a bliss state, you know, maybe in the soul. I'm not quite sure. Well, I have no idea. I have no idea what dreams are. They are crazy. And then suddenly the remembrance of your human existence comes in, and that sinking feeling in the gut, which I've always found is attached to a story. I've got to do this, this is happening, oh my god, I made that horrendous mistake, whatever comes up. And I've always attached to it. I've always, you know, felt it and felt like it's real and gone into some sort of panic or fear state. Anyway, this morning, after my 4-hour chat with Jeroen yesterday, where we really went into choices and reality and what is reality and what is fear and all this sort of thing, I noticed it. I noticed the story my mind was telling me, and then I just detached from it. I was just like, oh no, that's just a story. That's not true. And even if there is elements of truth in it, you know, you don't need to make it your reality. And there's many other things going on in life that if the mind wasn't such a depressive, crazy mess, it could choose those. Anyway, so what I'm really trying to speak into, it's the first time that I've ever not got gripped by that morning fear. And obviously there's different levels to it. Like sometimes it is really real and something you need to act on. But I think 90% of the time, it's just the mind being the mind. And I think throughout my journey with this, like obviously I've intellectually been aware of this for a while, and it's affected me less and less. Like it used to just be so real, and it used to just be me. You know, whatever emotion I was feeling, that was me. But this morning is the first time that I've just, you know, observed it, looked at it and been like, oh no, that's not real, that's not my reality. And it was just some stupid admin thing. Like, I mean, it was just nothing. Geese, look at these geese. Oh my god, I love these guys so much. It's so cool how they just trot about and live. I mean, if you think about what's going to happen to them, it's not quite as glorious. And presumably they're here for meat. But wow, aren't they fantastic? You get like whole lines of them. Like that's the, you know, usually there's a lot more than that. And they're all just following each other through the rice fields. It's so amazing to see. Yeah, it was a really profound moment in this journey of self-observation. And I just wanted to share it with you, like, I guess in the hope that some of you may be able to do it for yourselves. And that, you know, it doesn't matter to me, but it's, you know, it was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. And I've spent the whole morning in such a blissful state. Blissful might be a bit strong, but just peaceful state. Rather than like letting the mind tell me all these stories of why I need to be in fear, what I need to worry about next, what I need to do next. And then what's coming up? I've had a couple of coffees, and you know, I really notice that coffee brings on anxiety. And so there's a slight, is frustration the right word? There's a slight resistance in me to all the editing that I need to do. Today needs to be a day of editing. And you know, this is the thing again, this is just a silly trick of the mind. Because once I start editing, I actually really enjoy it. Enjoy is a bit strong, but it makes me feel good. You know, again, this is probably mind nonsense and the conditioning of we have to work, we have to do, we have to produce. But, you know, the doing of something, the progress makes me feel good. So it's not even something that I particularly dislike. But I have a story that I dislike it. I have a story that it's a big hassle. And it's like, yeah, just noticing these conditionings that one seems to have. And detaching from them more and more, and I suppose just being present, right? Because in the present moment, everything is always fine. You know, even if you're in a really bad situation, it's very unlikely that situation is occurring in that very moment. You know, obviously there are some exceptions to that if someone's coming at you and punching you or something, but you know, how often does that actually happen compared to how often do we worry about it or project onto it or think about it, live in the future, this made up future. So yeah, it feels like quite a breakthrough moment to not attach to that and to not make it real. Those are my thoughts for today.